Hey guys, so today I want to tell you why you need to shot list your film before you shoot. It's a smart thing to do. This is for beginners, but let's do it. So have you ever wondered how a director can get their vision on screen so accurately to how they see it in their head? Maybe you're a filmmaker and you've made some short films, or you just want to get your vision more clearly portrayed in your end product as a film. One of the most important parts of pre-production is shot listing your film, to actually plan out your shots beforehand. And that's how some of the best directors and filmmakers actually make sure their film turns out how they see it in their head. So this video is to help beginners understand the importance of shot listing. So pretty much a shot list is just creating a list of shots that you want to get in any given scene. So when you get your script or you write your script, you go through and you plan out the shots, so that when you go to shoot on your day, you can't really schedule a day without having a shot list there. So you actually plan each shot and estimate how long each shot is going to take, and then that helps you figure out how long a scene is going to take. So it's really important for scheduling. But for me, shot listing isn't just about being organized and ready to shoot and making sure you get everything you need. I think it's also another way for you to write your film. So there's two reasons why shot listing is so important. One side is the creative aspect. So you might have heard the saying that when you're making a film, you actually create it 3 times: when you're writing it, when you're shooting it, and when you're editing it. But I think there's actually a 4th time that you create your film. After the film is written, when you sit down and actually imagine what the shots are going to be like and plan it out, there's a whole new creative process there. This is where the cinematography gets birthed. So when you're making a film, you have the film kind of playing in your head and you can just watch it play out. A shot list exists to capture your imagination and to have a plan going in. So you make sure what you shoot on the day reflects what you had in your imagination as best as you can. It's always going to be a bit different, and that's why shooting stage is you're creating the film from scratch again. There's going to be different things that come up. But really good directors know how to make their vision end up on screen, and the final product is something that they envisioned beforehand. Not just going about it and making it up as you go and letting all the circumstances mold what the film's going to be. Will actually result in your imagination being expressed in the end product. So nowadays, a lot of filmmakers that are starting out probably started just making videos or going shooting as a one-man band, doing some creative videos where you don't really have a plan. I love those types of videos. Those are cool to make, where you go out without a plan, you capture as you go, and it's more spontaneous, and then you put it together later. But I think specifically with narrative films, when you're creating a film to tell a story and there's characters and stuff like that, you should create a shot list and even a storyboard to make sure each shot is purposeful and doing its job in the scene. So this process of writing out the shots as you see the film in your head actually gives you an opportunity to have a strong vision for the film. So say you're writing, shooting, and editing it all yourself. When you're writing the film, you have an idea and you can probably see the images in your head when you're writing, but to actually write down the shots, these are the shots that you're actually going to use the camera to tell the story. So you can start to come up with ideas and plans beforehand and then flesh those out when it comes to shooting. So when you get there, this shot list acts as a guide and you can see what shots you need. So that helps the day be organized and makes sure you get all the shots you need. It also makes for a more richer, meaningful film when each shot has a purpose. So if you're thinking about shooting a short film, I encourage you, don't just go in there and shoot whatever you need, just the necessities, and have no plan about it, but go in there and actually use this shot listing process as a creative outlet to have a strong vision for the visuals of your film. So the other reason why shot listing is so important is the organizational side. So one of the worst things that can happen when you're editing is finding out that you're missing a whole shot and there's no way to piece together that part of the film because you didn't get enough shots. So shot listing helps you make sure you have every shot you need to at least piece together the film. So there's this term called standard coverage. So say there's 2 people talking, standard coverage would look like getting a wide of the whole scene, then getting a mid shot, close up, something like that, to make sure that the whole scene has those options. But it's really important you don't just leave your shot list up to that for each scene, because then it gets really boring. That's why it's called standard coverage. But that is a safety net to make sure you don't have any issues in the editing room. But the way I make films is I have a particular idea of the shots that I want to tell the story, because for me, each shot is important in telling the story, and there's a reason why the shot is that angle, that height, that movement, all that stuff. So I plan out the shots with the story and the meaning behind it. So I've shot short films where I didn't even get standard coverage. I just got the one shot I needed and made sure I got that for each part of the film. So you can do that when you have a strong vision and you know that that's how you want to tell the story. That actually helps to save time because you know exactly what you want to do and how you want to tell that story. But it also helps to have those extra options in the editing room, because when you're editing, you can see something from a new light and edit it to say something different or tweak the meaning and add subtext and all that stuff. And let me know if you have any questions about shot listing and planning your film, and I'll be sure to answer the comments down below. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Other than that, have a great week, and I'll see you next week.